Okay, welcome back. And our guest is Mr. MacDonald Ebere. He's chair of the Imo State APC. And we're looking at a postmortem of Governor Uzodimma's victory at the polls, winning by a massive 540,000 votes to the next contestant, 71,000, and the one after that, 64,000. Now, just before we went on break, Reverend Dominic called in. Reverend Dominic has billed himself as a staunch APC supporter, and he's an Imo State citizen. So he threw a challenge to Mr. Ebere, saying what he did. He said it was improbable, but that's not the word he used. Go ahead, please, Mr. Ebere.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me make this correction. I hope I won't sound immodest. Without sounding any immodest, I want to let you know that I have a PhD in practical political philosophy. I'm a doctorate degree holder. They've been addressing me as Mr. MacDonald Ebere. Please, let's take that correction. I have a PhD.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. I didn't know that, Dr. Ebere.
Yes, I am. Thank you. So going to what Pastor Dominic said, my brother, thank you very much for your reaction. But from the tone of your voice, it's evident that you are not happy. Well, in every contest, everybody is not meant to be happy because there will be losers and there will be winners. But my governor, even during his broadcast, said there's no victor, there's no vanquish, that Imo people won. I want you to go back to your local government. You say you're from Ezilihite. If you're from Ezilihite and up to now, you didn't know that the local government chairman built their health centers in their local government, you need to go back and have a reassessment of your local government because it is there staring at you. I can assure you that. And by saying that winning 27 over 27 is a huge joke, I don't know from the pedestrian you are making this assertion. I don't know really, because if the people came out and cast their votes, and the votes were counted organically and declared, why would anybody be saying we should lose at least one or two local governments? For me, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. I had expected you when you came up to speak, you would have told me that election in it was met with violence, or there was this or that. You didn't say all that. All you said was that the opposition didn't have all the security to go around Imo to campaign. That is not true. I take exception to that because all these candidates of the various political parties campaigned also. At least you know that Eta Nachono campaigned vigorously. You know that Sandade Anyanwu campaigned vigorously. Ogulewe, your own brother, campaigned too. Talking about insecurity, in Imo now, insecurity is a thing of the past. The governor fought insecurity with everything he had. And by the special grace of God, insecurity is almost a thing of the past today in Imo. So talking about the build-up of the election, there was no any case of insecurity. There was none, practically none. In fact, the words people were using is that they don't know how God did it, that God just switched off insecurity in Imo to allow this election to be. Insecurity was really switched off. I don't know how it happened. But the truth is that the governor walked around the clock to make sure all Imolites are safe. And the only thing we can do as citizens of Imo State is to encourage the governor. Governance is for everybody. He's the governor, yes. But we have a lot to do. We need to join hands to support the governor to take Imo to greater heights. So, Pastor, my brother, relax. I don't know the political party you belong, but since you say you're a pastor, means that you are non-partisan. Pray for the governor. Pray for Imo State. That's all I can tell you. Thank you.
All right, then. Thank you very much, Dr. Ebere. Pastor, Reverend Dominic in the past has said that he's an APC supporter, not from a partisan point of view, from a national point of view, just being a nationalist, as you heard him say. Good morning, Mr. Joshua, calling in from Irewolede.
Good morning, and good morning to your guest. I also congratulate him and the entire Imo State, and I also congratulate Nigeria. We are making progress with our democracy. I think that is what these elections are showing. Whatever we are saying, the truth is Nigeria is making progress. We may not do it right at once, but we can do better. I will continue to do this to put the conversation straight for us. Reverend Dominic is a PDP man, and his PDP dovetails to Labour Party, and I won't say the other one, but he's a politician. Every pastor in Nigeria is a politician, so he should not hide under anything. He was one of the people criticizing this governor, that he was a Supreme Court governor. There's nothing they didn't do to vilify the man. But I'm happy that the entire Imo State people have come out to say this is the man we want. And everybody should rest now and join hands, as they are saying, to build the state. Building the state now is for the benefit of the people and for even the benefit of the nation. We need the Southeast to progress like Lagos. We need the Southeast region to do well. You can see Imani now in Ebonyi. He's a works minister. You see what the guy is doing, meaning that we have good materials in that place. Let them bury all this IPOB agitation and all these things. Join hands with Nigeria. We have a good chance for all of us to have a good nation. It will work together. So I congratulate them. Let my uncle in Lagos, if he didn't go to Imo to go and see what is going on, let him go and rest. Election is over. Join hands to work together with all of us. Reverend, stay well in Lagos. When you go back to Imo, enjoy yourself. Thank you, sir.
All right, then.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for calling in, Mr. Joshua. This is the nature of our program. We hear from all sides of the conversation, and Reverend Dominic, it must be said, has come under a bit of a flack in recent times, but then he probably expects it himself, and he probably can give as much as it takes. But that's that. Then people have expressed surprise, considering that he has been an ardent supporter on our program, at least, of the party, your party, APC, right through the Tinubu campaign. And so that is why people, other people that know Reverend Dominic and have had the same voice, are a bit nonplussed at this. But then, if he says he's an Imo citizen, and that is why people have said, wait a minute, is there something to see here? But a number of voices have said that there's nothing to see, and that they're beginning to doubt his quote-unquote APC credentials, even though Reverend Dominic has said that his support for APC has nothing to do with partisanship. So that's just that. I don't know if there's anything more to add to that. But going to the other thing, because as you know, the Labour Party right now, not Labour Party, I beg your pardon, scratch that. The Nigeria Labour Congress has called for this indefinite strike. And this is against the law, as we well know. And it is being linked to, treatment that was meted out to him in the unfortunate incident that happened in Imo State. And so calling for an indefinite strike right now, it is, quote unquote, to our people seeming somehow. Why would you bring the whole nation to, suffer, as it were, because of something personal that happened in Imo State? But before you react to that, Dr. Ebere, let me bring in Uche. Uche has called in from, where's Uche called in from? Where has Uche? Uche in Port Harcourt. Good morning to you, sir. Go ahead.
Good morning. Yes, I want to congratulate His Excellency Pope Uzodimma.
Okay, could you mute your television set, please? Please mute your television set.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I congratulate His Excellency.
Your TV set, sound is still coming from your TV set, and that's causing problems. Are you still there, Uche? No. That's sorry. Sorry that we couldn't make it, but that's usually what happens if you try to listen to yourself on your TV as you are calling us. I don't know why it is like that. But coming back to, using the opportunity to come back to you, Dr. Berry, the whole question about what happened in Imo State now leading to, apparently leading to NLC saying that, no, there's going to be a strike because the president of our Congress, was treated differently in Imo State. Do you have any commentary on that?
I'm not a labor man, and I'm not a member of the union. But let me borrow a leaf from the presidential spokesperson, Bayo Yanoga, who said that they are going on strike. It's not fair to Nigerians. The presidential spokesperson has issued a press statement on that. And if you read that press statement, it's all encompassing, and it shows that the strike is not directed properly and in the right direction. Now, coming to say that it is because of what happened in Imo, that is the cause of why they're going on strike. For me, I don't want to berate the NLC because they're a body recognized by the government and by Nigeria, and they are protecting the interests of the people. But if they're protecting the interests of the people, they should protect it well. That is the truth. There's already a bit of uneasy in the country because our president is doing all he can with his team to improve and better the lives of an average Nigerian. And all we can do at this time, whether as an NLC or as individual, is to join hands to support Mr. President to move Nigeria to a greater height. And by making life easier and better for the people, the downtrodden, people who have nothing to eat, we have to help them to be able to be who they are supposed to be, being humans that are created by God. Okay. So if I am these NLC people, I would say let them use their Christian heart or use their conscience to know that what they did at this time is not the right thing to do. Okay. I'm calling on them. Okay. I'm pleading with them to please call off the strike. Let the average Nigerian, let the suffering stop. They shouldn't add to the suffering of an average Nigerian. And they should help Mr. President to succeed also. Okay. And for what happened in Imo, my governor has said is regrettable. It's unfortunate. That should be enough. Let us come back and rebuild Nigeria. Thank you.
Okay. Benga in Abuja, good morning. Thank you for calling in.
Good morning, Mr. Yori.
Good morning.
And good morning to Mr. Ebere.
Dr. Ebere. I want to
start by congratulating His Excellency Hope Uzodimma, Senator Hope Uzodimma, the governor of Imo State, for his victory at the polls. This is a victory that surprised me because all along, since the Supreme Court confirmed it and the governor, I've been hearing that it's a Supreme Court governor. Ask some of my friends, say, you are from Imo, why is all this trouble? Because we don't like the governor. And I said, if we don't like, how can you wait for the next 4 years and vote him out? Instead of all this unrest, feeling and the rest of it and that. But this election showed that all those ones were just to demean him, were just to demarcate him as a Supreme Court governor. Because this election, if you look at the gap between the nearest, about 74,000 to him, it's very far. About 8% of the vote. And ask yourself, if you really vote for this man, it showed that even if he was Supreme Court governor, which I don't argue with, because he was able to with point. Just like the way they voted, I was voted in, and he convinced the jury that, look, I won this election, and they gave it to him. That now that he has able to make sure that he performed and endear himself to the people that they give him this mandate, I want to congratulate him. And I'm asking the same people that are calling to governor, what happened this time around? They could not answer me. That showed that most people really love him. Is that those who are there to demarket him are the one flying that type of a Supreme Court governor. My pleading with him is he should prove them wrong again by merely giving the people of Imo State the dividend of democracy. Let's see Imo State as a peaceful state, an Eldorado with investment and infrastructure, so that after he leaves, we'll see him as the first governor to have 100% victory in non-local government and one of the best governors to ever serve in Imo State. He has broken more records. I want him to break more records. So that people can now know that, look, it wasn't a fluke, that he was voted overwhelmingly by the people. Then, Mr. Yori, the reason why I was sure of his victory was that 3 or 4 days to the election, the Council of Elders in Imo State had a press conference, which I watched on YouTube. You see there today. They said, look, there's this Imo, that all the noise of that Imo people are going to vote overwhelmingly, and that by the end of the election, we will see what has happened, that Imo people are really the loving people. And people who are confirming. So what I want to say that who are the people behind all this killing and unrest? They should pipe down and they should cool down their temper and allow this governor to do the work we want to do for the benefit of the Imo State and Nigeria in general. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Benga, calling in from Abuja. You know, because the figures they say speak for themselves. If Governor Hope Uzodinma was elected with over 540,000 votes, and the 2 next, contestants combine their votes, you're looking at what? Just over 135,000 votes. I mean, that was a trouncing. And but as Dr. Ebere, our guest, says, the governor, has actually called on all those contestants to join hands with him so that he can take Imo to even greater height than it needs to be. Uche in Nnewi, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Yore.
Yes, thank you very much, sir.
Good morning, Dr. Ebere.
Yes.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Uche. I'm calling from Nnewi.
Okay.
I am from Nnewi, but my mom is from Imo State actually. So I'm like, I should call myself I'm a half caste. Should call myself a half caste. Yeah, half Imo, half a number. So I think the other young man that comes from Lagos or from Ogun State, Joshua, what he did, I did not like it. He went all out to attack the reverend. He should just come up with his own opinion and not to attack the reverend like the way he attacked the reverend. I know the reverend, he has always been supporting the APC. Anyone that is now to in APC because he made an opinion is wrong. He made an opinion. According to him, he said that Hope Uzodinma actually won the election. But for somebody to tell him that he won the 27 local government, that is where he disagrees with. So that is his opinion. So let the man in the studio tell us how he won the 27 local government. He should be proving his point, and as the day goes by, people will now know how he won the 27 local government. So for him to say that he found it.
Thank you very much for calling in. I think you've made your point, and Dr. MacDonald Ebere, Imo State APC chair, has heard it. And I said earlier that we take all sorts of opinion, and we as a program and as a station are not responsible, and we don't endorse necessarily any opinion that comes in from viewers to our program. So he put his view across for what it is worth, and you have also done the same to also comment on his views. We thank both of you, as a matter of fact. I don't think, well, I shouldn't say that. Dr. Bere, any comment on that?
Well, thank you very much. The last speaker that just spoke, when I answered my question, I answered it directly. Like you said, the pastor said his own opinion. I guess the young man that responded to the pastor equally made his opinion known. So these are two different people who have different opinions. But for me, what I can say in that is that even when you want to present your issue on anything, you calm down and make your presentation very well. Because saying that you don't know how, and there is a joke that we won 27 over 27, are you questioning that what the INEC people did was not the right thing, or what? I don't understand. And from your own angle, assuming you were in Imo State and you voted, you only voted at your polling booth. That means you didn't leave that booth. Even if there are 25 polling booths in your own ward alone, you can't even be in 2 polling booths at the same time. So the judgment of the Independent National Electoral Commission should have guided the pastor very well for him to know that since he was only in his booth, he cannot say what happened in the Dart turnout, or what happened in Ehime Mbano, or what happened in the Municipal. And the Independent National Electoral Commission is the electoral body that is in charge of the election. And they have given their verdict, called their result, and returned the person that was elected. So I will advise my brother to calm down and keep behind the governor, and then take him out to a greater height.
Well, I guess this is about a fine place to leave it, Dr. Ebere. We've covered most of the issues. If there's anything more, of course, we'll keep our eagle eye and lens on it to cover it for our viewership. But Senator Hope Uzodimma has indeed thanked his people. Many people saw his speech of gratitude following the election, and his pledge to continue more of the good stuff that led to the massively impressive result. I mean, many people probably can't get over the figures, 540,000, over 500,000 naira vote. I mean, naira, over 500,000 votes. I shouldn't have added naira. Over 500,000 votes to the opposition, 71,000 and 64,000. That was quite conclusive. So I want to thank you very much, Dr. MacDonald Ebere, Chairman, Imo State APC, for coming on the program and answering our questions, and also giving us the benefit of your perspective over it all. If you have any last words, we'll take them now before we close the program.
Yes, I want to, like I said when I started the program, I want to thank the Almighty God. I'm returning all the glory, all the praise, all the thanksgiving, and all the victory to God Almighty, because He is the maker of all mankind. And He knew a day like this will come for us to celebrate. And He has given us that day. We have to thank Him. I also want to thank the governor of Imo State, the re-elected governor, distinguished Senator Hope Uzodimma, for being magnanimous in victory, for opening his hands for his opponents to come to join him to rebuild Imo. I thank my governor for that spirit of sportsmanship, for that spirit of collectivism, for that spirit of symbiotic and communal spirit to make sure that Imo is taken to greater heights. I want to also...
Well, we've got to... you can't go too far, sir. I'm sorry, we've just about run out of time.